Welcome, amigos. This is Dr. Mario Torres Leon, and I want to welcome you back to Health, Spice, and Life, and this particular segment of the show, El Cafecito Corner. So before we start with the show, which we have some awesome stuff that we're going to be sharing, first things first, El Cafecito. A tu salud. This is a little bit from Colombia, so to all our friends from Colombia who are watching right now, gracias. That tastes really, really good. As a matter of fact, you may be wondering, after seeing the title of our show, the secrets of Kim Kardashian and the things that she doesn't really talk about. Why is that important and why is that relevant and what does that has anything to do with us here at Health, Spice, and Life? In fact, it actually has to do everything, because the number one secret I'm going to be telling you in one moment. But before I do that, hold on tight. I just want to say massive thanks to so many people who've reached out on Facebook, on YouTube, sent us emails. So excited to be part of the show, to be starting this new journey before we head out to being on TV within a couple of weeks on June 3rd. So stay tuned. We'll be sharing more information as we get closer to that. The show will be going live on American TV, which is super exciting after multiple years, as some of you know, of getting the show on the air. So this is incredibly exciting. And the show, the Health, Spice, and Life show, will be within a show called The Daily Flash, which is produced in Orlando, Florida. So stay tuned for that, because it's going to be super exciting as we build this huge community to serve 1 billion Latinos who are out there who have not up to this point have representation on American TV. So it's about time that we have our home. This is your home, and we get to share it. And in this particular space, in the Cafecito Corner, we get to do it in a more intimate setting, not huge TV productions or anything. In fact, we're doing it right here from the comfort of my home. So welcome to my home. Welcome to the show, your home, Health, Spice, and Life, El Cafecito Corner. What exactly is that big secret that Kim Kardashian doesn't really talk about, but has a huge impact, not only on her life, her health, but in fact, yours and mine? And that is actually water. And you may be thinking, well, what do you mean water? Well, this is something that as physicians, I talked about a lot, and many physicians talk about it too. And I'm sure that if you've been to a physician and they, you engage that conversation of what your health is like, what your diet is like, one of the questions that we see on the questionnaires is, hey, how much water do you actually drink? And then people may say, well, maybe I drink 3-4 glasses of water a day. But in fact, then the doctor comes back to say, well, the actual recommendation is that you should be drinking 8 glasses of water, 8 ounces every single day. If you were to stack a bunch of glasses in front of you, you're going to see that that's a bunch of water that is in front of you. So, and I'll tell you, to be completely honest, it's hard even for me as a physician to be thinking I'm going to drink that much water. On the other hand, I also recognize, because I do drink, in fact, more than that the effects of that are absolutely amazing. And before we go on, I would like to know where you're actually tuning from. Wherever in the world you are, please just let me know. And if in fact you're watching at this broadcast after it's been finished with the live portion and you may be watching it, it doesn't matter. Go ahead, please just write your comments, whether you're in YouTube or you're here on Facebook. In fact, if you're watching from YouTube, you know that you can actually come and join us here in the Health, Spice, and Life community in Facebook. So make sure that you can subscribe. If you're here on Facebook, you can also go to YouTube and subscribe for the Health, Spice, and Life show. So you can be in touch with us. We can be in touch with you, let you know when we're going to be airing our segments, and also to communicate with our community as we continue to grow. So if you're tuning in right now, don't be shy, type in, let me know, because I'll be able to give you a little shout out. One of the most important things to consider about water is the following. Depending on who study you read, anywhere between 83 to 90% of your body, so almost completely, the body is made out of water. And that is really important to consider. In fact, when people are being asked how much water they consume, they may say, well, maybe I drink 1 or 2 glasses of water a day. But doctor, in fact, I drink other things. I drink Diet Coke, I drink other sodas and other drinks, so I'm getting my water. Well, the fact of the matter is you're not really getting everything you need, because those other drinks have components that the body also has to process. So the amount of water that you're getting is not exactly everything that you need. So what else is going with the water? Not only are you made up mostly out of water, but also it is important to consider that all the chemical processes and reactions that are happening in the body for the most part require water molecules. So I have a little demonstration that I want to share with you. This is the Cafecito Corner, not the tea corner, but if you don't drink coffee, you're welcome to drink some tea with us. And I actually have a tea kettle here with us, and you can probably hear it right now starting to boil in there. Well, I want to direct your attention to the teapot or the tea kettle, because this is exactly what's happening in your body all day long. You are brewing water, brewing water, brewing water all the time. And what's happening as you're brewing that water? The water is actually coming right out of the container, out of the vessel. And you and I are actually the vessel. So if I keep this on all day long, what's going to happen? Well, the water level is going to continue to go down. And that's exactly what happens. And imagine that now that the water level is going down, I'm pouring other substances in there that are not water. Well, you know that your body's not going to be at its highest level of hydration, which is going to impact all the things that are happening inside of it. The immune system absolutely needs that water to be able to keep you on a healthy state. And what does that have to do anything with quarantine? Well, the fact that we are at home, most of us, and we're still in this process, and the world has not completely reactivated, as I was mentioning in yesterday's show, gives us an amazing opportunity to rethink those habits that we have. And it's also gives us an opportunity to have far greater control over what are the things that we can do in our daily habits that impact the whole process of health and our experience of health. And that is something to consider, because you can have ways to address that. And you may be thinking, well, but how am I going to drink more water? I don't even know where to start. And I'm going to give you a quick tip that most people have with them all the time. And it's very simple. You may say, oh, I knew that, but most people don't do it. And that is basically using your phone. Your phone has its alarm system in there. You can actually dial that in. You can put it in so that it's a reminder let's say every hour or every 2 hours, it's going to go off, and oh, I got to drink that water. Multiple things are going to start happening to you. And I really care to know how this is going to change your experience of yourself and your life and your health over the next couple of weeks, because I guarantee you're going to feel it. Start by increasing that water intake, having the alarm. And I want you to tell us and share with the community, send us a message on Facebook, send us a message on YouTube, how this is changing. But not only that, sometimes when we do things in the company of others, it keeps us accountable. It helps us to be able to say, okay, I'm doing this. My brother, my sister, my husband, they're watching. And that becomes your accountability partner. And everybody can benefit from this. So if you have children, what a great time right now to have an impact, a really positive impact upon them as to what is it that actually changes their experience of health. And it's like getting vaccinated the natural way, because your immune system is being revamped every single moment. You're cleaning yourself up, and it has an impact on everything you do. Not only that, think about this for a second, particularly women who may be listening right now. Women, very often, they complain of signs of constipation. And it's something that we hear all the time. A lot of that has to do with the impact of hormonal changes during your lifetime and so on. But guess what? Having access to drinking a tremendous amount of water, like we're talking right now, will also help your intestines to be able to have better transit, so that you can get rid of waste that are coming out of your body, as we're pretty much creating poop, as you know. So it is essential that you also consider that, because I've had many patients that when we talk about that, particularly diabetic patients or people who are on dialysis, you start increasing as reasonable as possible for your medical condition the intake of water, and it completely changes how is it that your body is reacting to that. I would like to call you and inspire you to do this and give it a try. Even if it feels like much, with a combination of the phone, it's going to help you greatly. And you can share it here with us so that other people in the community can say, you know what? I actually did that too. I felt the effects of that. It absolutely, I felt so much different. My energy was different. My skin felt a lot different. And believe me, I live here in Colorado. It's super dry. So I definitely walk that talk. Reason why, if I'm drinking some coffee, I have to drink my water. Lastly, I want to call all of you guys there to let us know how this is going to change how is it changing your experience of yourself, particularly energy levels. One of the things that I see all the time, and I've done shows on this, is, doctor, I have such low energy levels. I don't know what to do. I drink, different things like Red Bull, and I, caffeinated drinks all day long to try to perk myself up, and I still don't feel the energy. I can't tell you how many people we've been able to change their water patterns, and suddenly their energy levels, they go from being down here, completely changing. And how do you know that you're actually being hydrated differently? You will see that you're going to the bathroom to urinate a lot more. Your body is telling you, you know what, I'm getting to a state where now things that come in, if I don't need them, I'm going to get rid of them. If you're one of those people that is drinking water and you're not seeing that, and you do not have a kidney problem, you're going to notice that that's because you're behind in your water intake. So it will completely change your experience of how you're feeling, and your body will absolutely let you know that that is the case. I hope that this has been completely a new way of thinking about your health, and also an uplifting moment to think about, you know what, in this process of quarantine, what can I do with myself that by the time that it's all said and done, I've brought something new into my life that has completely changed my experience of health. And that is incorporating a new habit that your body will be thanking you for the rest of your life. I am Dr. Mario, and I want to say thank you for being here with us. We're so excited to be in this journey together of the Health, Spice, and Life show, particularly in these quarantine times with El Cafecito Corner. So thank you for your comments. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also just follow the show so that we can communicate with you and let you know when things are coming, particularly as we're just a few weeks away of starting to be on national TV. So from my heart to your heart, I am Dr. Mario, telling you, to your health. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.